Callixte Nsabimana arrived at the court at 8 a.m. The prosecution then went on to list the many crimes he is accused of that include forming an illegal armed group, politically motivated terrorism, participating in terrorist acts and carrying them out, being part of a terrorist group, the crime of plotting and encouraging others to commit terrorism, murder and conspiracy to commit murder, kidnapping, denying the genocide against Tutsis, seeking help from foreign governments with the intent of starting war, forgery and the use of forged documents, the use of physical force to cause bodily harm, and many more. In 2017, the group calling itself La Force de Libération Nationale or FNL, of which he was the spokesperson, carried out attacks on Rwandan soil in the districts of Nyamagabe and Nyaruguru at different locations and at different times. The man calling himself Sankara was then heard over international media outlets and online, claiming responsibility for the attacks and even boasting about it. Callixte Nsabimana then used forged documents to acquire a passport from the Kingdom of Lesotho and proceeded to use it when traveling and seeking support for the FNL group. He elaborated to the court the group's structure and how it works, detailing its relationship with foreign governments with the objective of starting a war. He said he held meetings with individuals within Burundi's military to secure passage for FNL fighters from the DRC through the Kiriba forest in Burundi so that they may launch attacks in Rwanda. He also confirmed discussions with individuals within Uganda's military intelligence to secure arms for FNL fighters so that they may attack Rwanda, and also that the group may be assisted from a diplomatic standpoint. Speaking of the attacks in Nyaruguru and Nyamagabe districts that claimed the lives of innocent people, Sankara said those attacks did not go to plan and that the targets were military and police installations as well as government buildings, not civilians. He said he will not waste the court's time denying the charges against him, stating that even the birds of the trees can accuse him of what he did. He asked for pardon, starting with the President of the Republic, all Rwandans in general, and those affected by the operations of the FNL group in particular. Flanked by his lawyer, the defendant then asked for bail, which naturally the prosecution heavily protested, citing him as a serious flight risk that could put the entire ongoing investigation in jeopardy and in all likelihood simply resume his terrorist activities once free. The prosecutors argued that because he admitted his guilt to investigators and right there in court, not to mention his taunts through international media outlets, there could be no possible grounds for which bail can be granted. After hearing arguments from both sides, the judges stated that a ruling on the bail request will be made 5 days from now, on the 28th of this month of May at 3 p.m.